PTSD started before her 11 years of active Army service. She got out on a medical chapter for depression in '08. She's a survivor of molestation, rape, domestic violence, and a loudest advocate for change in the PTSD world. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Darci, everybody. Here's Miss Darci.
Again, y'all, I'm Darci, and I do suffer with PTSD. It is a silent killer of hopes, dreams, and life. I'm 40 now. The journey has been 31 years, and the struggles don't stop. Thank you all for having me today. Thank you all for being here. Condolences to those who have people that we've lost. I was molested from 9 to 11, and at 11, I was introduced to therapy. Luckily for my mom, she wasn't like the rest of my family members and the rest of my community that shunned that therapy. The only problem was after 6 months and not a lot of change, preteen rebellion and extremely odd behavior, I was placed in a residential treatment facility. I was placed there when I was 12. I felt like I was tossed away. All that stuff that had happened, it was my fault, right? I learned real quick how to play the game so I could go home. I just want to be at home. I never got the help that I needed. My teens were troubled. My teen years were very troubled, and I shut down. There was no talking to anybody about anything. I became very angry and very distant. I spent a semester in college, and then I joined the Army. Before I was even a soldier with boots on the ground, my AIT instructor raped me. That action changed my life for the worse. I suppressed that memory in 1996, and it didn't come back until May 13th of 2016. I was attacked again, physically. That attacker looked like the rapist. The tsunami of emotions came flooding through. And again, I was faced with trying to take my life. Now understand, we don't want to die. We just want the pain to stop. We don't know any other way to make it stop. Many sufferers, like myself with PTSD, we get labeled as crazy. Watch that one. Some ain't right with them. Sadly, our actions and reactions to situations are what give us these labels and so many others. But that's not the case. There's so many things that non-sufferers and people who haven't been through anything just don't understand. We can't just forget about it. We can't just walk away. One of the main reasons is because we blame ourselves. There's a guilt that we carry with us. It was always our fault. And there's a pain as to why me. Fear that it can never happen again. The rejection. Self-esteem is shot up. Happiness and joy, we don't know what that is anymore. Because of all that change, our family and friends don't even deal with us the same anymore. My attitude got really, really bad, and I shut down. I wouldn't answer my door, and I wouldn't answer my phone calls. Inside, I'm screaming for help. But on the outside, y'all call me crazy. And I'm not. I'm far from it. I'm good people. I'm intelligent. I have a great heart. I've just been damaged. My super strength couldn't save me from what happened and kept happening. Again, I say, I didn't want to die. I just wanted the pain to end. It didn't. It doesn't. The pain doesn't stop until you find a way, we find a way, I found a way to say enough. I stopped blaming myself for what happened because it's not my fault. Young man, young woman, whatever happened to you, it wasn't your fault. First responders, war, it's not our fault. Things happen. We have to learn to forgive ourselves first and also find the strength to get the help and not stop until you get the help that fits you. The treatment, the counselor, whatever it is that you need for you. have to do it. My journey has been long and painful. 31 years. Every medication under the sun, every therapy training you can think of, I've been there. But I won't stop. After May of 2016, I refused to stop. I've been in this counseling now, cognitive processing therapy, since July. I couldn't just go into counseling. I had to start meditating first. I meditated for a month, 20 minutes a day, just simple meditation. And then I went into the counseling. I'm still in it now. This is still a journey for me. It's gonna forever be a journey for me and everybody else who suffers. And for the family members of sufferers, the line is that thin. So y'all have to remember, we constantly need you. Just like you need us to be here, we need you to be there for us too. We're not crazy. I promise you we're not. We just need a little bit of help. Thank y'all.